Virgo, welcome to your intimate tarot reading. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to know why I read intimate tarot, specifically sexual energy, it will be outlined for you in the description box. In the general sense, I understand that sexual energy, it is important to who we are as individuals, and thus it has the opportunity to affect us in different areas of our life, which is true for all energy. Okay? That's why I look at it, and simply I operate from that philosophy of the more you know. That's why we're here, okay? We're going to start with the Oracle card. Show me what I need to see, please, for Virgo sexual energy. We're going to take a look at the upfront energy and then also over the next several months. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Virgo sexual energy. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Virgo sexual energy. Show me, Virgo. And like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Cross watchers same. Okay. Discovery. Oh, number 10. The 10th, for any reason, might be important to you. The number 10 in the general sense. He's going through a discovery process in your sexual energy. You're discovering something, and it feels very, very intimate. Very intimate. Some of you might have started a new sexual cycle with somebody, and it's feeling very intimate, very enclosed between two people. But the element here is discovery. It's very intimate between two people. Very. Magnetism is high. You can tell me, you can tell me, you can tell me, you can tell me. This is so bizarre. I don't know. For some of you, this is confirmation. I don't know why they're highlighting that to me. They're showing me a bell. I don't know why they're showing me a bell. They're showing me a bell, as in ding, ding, ding. I don't know why. That's so funny. Just from my own lexicon, that's and just kind of like sexual humor, you know. I was like ringing the old bell, ding, ding, ding. You know, that's so funny. They're highlighting the bell. I don't know why, but it's discovery. I don't know. It's kind of like just pay attention, I suppose. But discovery is such an intimate discovery here taking place. So again, might have entered a new sexual cycle, or regardless of that, there's something here about deep discovery. It's like, I didn't know that, or I didn't know that about you, or I didn't know that about us. We're trying to impress, not impress upon someone else the importance of something. Okay. And it's leading to discovery. I don't know what that bell bit's about, but it's confirmation for somebody. Oh, goodness. Show me what's going on, please. Show me what's going on, please, for Virgo. Sexual energy. Show me. Show me Virgo and their sexual energy, please. Show me Virgo and their sexual energy. Show me Virgo and their sexual energy. Once more, this is the Dreamy Moons Tarot deck. Love it. Boundaries, Seven of Wands, pushy, offy, aggression. Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety. Ace of Cups, heart space, heart's not in it. Somebody's heart isn't in their sexual energy. Yeah, that's concerning. That's concerning. Whereas the question here, is their heart in this? Three of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Waiting. I have someone's energy here who's clearly marked as standby. It's strong. It's dedicated, it's loyal, it has very strong principles built into their energy, sexually or otherwise. They have an energy that looks out towards you. Ten of Pentacles and sexual energy, very strong principles behind their sexual energy. It's established, it's very loyal, it's very solid. They take partnership very seriously. Coupling, everything. Strong too, very strong sexual energy, loyal, strong, loyal sexual energy tied to this person. And yet they're showing me 3 wands. They're either far from you, distant from you, or for whatever reason they reflect out onto you. I don't know why. So the next several months, 2 of Swords, confusion, 2 of Wands, decisions that need to be made, the world possibly closing out some cycles here, one that we're going back and forth on. It's on your mind, back and forth. I got to make a decision about a cycle, a world. Okay? Strengths, 8 of Cups, you were telling me it's a strength to emotionally detach from your sexual energy and to not put any feeling into it if you don't need to. Obstacles, the stars, your desires. You desire very much for something and it's proving to be a huge obstacle. That star being an obstacle, that's not good. It's not good in the respect because it's that much bigger. Sexual desire fulfillment, in other words, finding someone of your highest compatibility. Okay. Someone whom you can share the stars with. It's become such an obstacle in your mind. Queen of Cups, love. Queen of Cups, love. Queen of Cups is love and moving forward in love. Okay. I see you contemplating ending cycles. And you're saying that you can emotionally detach from the importance of sex. Okay. What you desire seems to come from a high price with the star. In the end, you want love. This is what you do know. In the end, you know you want love. Okay, we'll start there. Discovery, 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 discovery. Show me the 7 of Wands, please. In the recent past, your boundaries are up, defenses. I have to control myself, I have to contain myself, I have to control that sexual energy. Or it could be somebody was like that towards you. I don't know. Show me that 7 of Wands, please. Show me that 7 of Wands. Or it could be that somebody rejects you sexually too. Show me that 7 of Wands, please. Or you, them. Show me that 7 of Wands, please, for Virgo. Show me that 7 of Wands, please. King of Cups. 5 of Wands. Hierophant. Scorpio, Taurus energy. You might have some strong placements in your chart. Somebody here is fighting tooth and nail what they feel. What they feel. And here's the thing, when we fight our emotions like this, we fight our sexual energy like this, it's going to take a toll on us, spiritually and emotionally, because we're fundamentally denying who we are. There's a lot of sexual tension in here. You interpret that as problematic. And it could be that you had your sexual boundaries up in regards to someone specifically, and it was hard, very hard. 5 of Wands is still passion at the end of the day. You cannot fight without passion. You cannot fight yourself without passion. You just can't. You know? Competition over someone's heart space, possibly. It's not quite like that. Because the Hierophant is here, which is a higher drive system of spiritual plane of existence, that kind of thing, I'm seeing it more as someone's internal struggle. There's a full heart space here for somebody, from within you, outside of you, and the sexual energy was right behind it, and it frustrated the fuck out of you, them, the both of you. But we had strong boundaries in place. Just to get this out of the way right now, someone might be in a commitment, yes. Can't say that's not a possibility. I need to go further to see. It could be also someone will not experience their sexual energy without commitment behind it. The Hierophant and sexual energy is quite complicated. It represents so many things. Religious factors, higher sense of self, commitment. Honestly, I could probably clarify that guy further to see where it was coming from. So I need to keep going down the line, and perhaps we shall see. Currently, Nine of Swords, your sexual energy is anxious, very tight. Overthinking that sexual energy, overthinking it causes stress, it causes anxiety. I see the fight, and this is really fresh. Really fresh. It doesn't feel like it's far away at all. We kept our sexual energy in check, and it was hanging by a thread. This guy would not authorize it. And yet, what we felt for it was very large. Show me this Nine of Swords, please. Show me this Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me that Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Show me the Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords. Your current sexual energy is mentally locked up. You're taking your sexual energy up here to your head. No pun intended. Show me that Nine of Swords, please. Pain. Queen of Cups, heavy water here today. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here twice. The Tower, something very disruptive happened. Very disruptive. Heavy Scorpio energy here in the general sense. May or may not mean anything. There was disruptive energy here. Very. It's currently causing you stress. There was a revelation here and it was quite strong. Oh boy. Very strong revelation of the heart. It kind of came bursting forth despite the odds, if you can believe it. I don't really see things like this too often. Somebody's heart came bursting forth in full representation, and it was shocking. Somebody was on the receiving end of it. And somebody pushed, excuse me, I just went down a weird place. Somebody came out of their pain with the Ten of Swords, possibly an ending. One that has been with us for a long time. Not that long. This is who we've had conflict with. The one where we were kind of holding back by a thread. Their energy came bursting forth in some way that brought down a tower. But it was done so with strength of heart, I believe. And somebody here pushed past their pain. They pushed past their pain and revealed something. Revealed something. And it was vulnerable, but also shocking at the same time. Somebody came over some odds to say something. And it has put your sexual energy back into a place of conflict, but now it's up here in the head. Discovery. Ace of Cups, heart space is in the challenge position. How we feel. Our intentions. Do we love this? Do we not love this? Do we have feeling for this? Do we not have feeling for this? Show me this Ace of Cups, please. Show me this Ace of Cups, please. Show me the Ace of Cups, please. Show me the Ace of Cups. Show me the Ace of Cups. The Empress. Someone important. Truth. It was a strong one. Queen of Pentacles. It made you feel strong. Your reaction to it is strength. It felt good, even though it was scary. And it puzzles you. Kind of put your heart in a tailspin. How do I feel about this? Do I feel the same way? You want to know the truth, you're looking at it critically. You don't seem to question it. You seem to be taking what they're saying as truth, because you're looking at it. The truth, and the reason why you're interpreting it, I believe, as positive truth is because you're showing me strength. In a way, whatever this discovery was, as shocking as it might have been, and as much pain as there was behind it, and conflict that preceded it, it's a truth now that gives you strength. It makes you feel like you. With the Queen of Pentacles here. It makes you feel relaxed. It makes your body feel soft, but also strong at the same time. You're reacting to this person's truth strongly, and you're trying to find your heart in it. Do I have heart for this? Is this my heart too? Are my intentions in here as well? You had a strong reaction to it. It made you feel physically strong. It made you feel sensual. It made you feel vulnerable at the same time. Warm. Very warm. This person, or whatever this truth is, brought out some very natural qualities for you as an earth sign. King, Queen of Pentacles, as fastidious as they can be, and that is their nature to be so, they can also be highly sensual. Because again, that pentacle energy is all about what we can touch, taste, see, feel, etc. So they are some of the best representations of sexual energy. There's something that in this truth that was revealed to you made you feel strongly like you are you. You have some pride in here. That's okay. It's a healthy pride. It gives you strength. The question is, with the Ace of Cups and the obstacles, is my heart in this? Well, it makes me feel good and strong, and it makes me feel like me. Is my heart in it, though? It's almost like you're reacting. I didn't know. Well, now you do, honey. So what you gonna do with it? That's the question. It came in, didn't it? It went... I don't know when. It's something that you're currently wrestling with right now. I can kind of see a past orientation attached to it. And while there might have been a gap of distance or pain between you two, it came back in, but in a way that was with strong realizations attached to it and the utmost sincerity attached to it. And while it might have been shocking, because I kind of see... Oh. It puts you in a tender space. It puts you in a soft space. It makes you really feel you. And it pulls on you. It pulls on your body. It pulls on you in terms of, this is something I would like to experience. And it feels so strong. But the question is my heart there too? One of my favorite poems. One of my favorite poems. By Stephen King, of all people. Of course, we all know he's a brilliant author. That's not the question. The fact is, one of the most brilliant and simple poems I've ever read in my life was written by Stephen King. And it was, I believe, in his famous novel, written in his famous novel, It. One of my favorites. And it goes simply like this. Your hair is winter fire, January embers. My heart burns there too. The benefits of a classic education. No, my background is in psych and counseling, but I always took like a hard left in literature. Oh God, honey, I'm a junkie for the classics and poems. And while Stephen King may not be considered a classic, he is. But yes, it's kind of like that question for you now. Does my heart burn there too? God, honey, yours is feeling so romantic. Feeling so romantic. Oh, God. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands, please. That's the discovery. That's why I feel so intimate. Okay. And vulnerable was like, talk to me. Talk to me. I didn't know. Talk to me. It's kind of like that. It feels like that. Three of Wands for the Three of Wands. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay. There's some similar energy here. So if you have Taurus in your chart, I feel like I'm saying that all the time now. And I promise you, I wash these cards multiple times in between messages. Okay, so I can get them as clean as possible in between readings. Never mind what you see on camera. But yeah, if you have some Taurus in your chart, there's some elements here that are, theirs is very specific, but you have some floating elements in here. Someone who, again, is marked with intuition about their sexual energy. They kind of navigate by what feels right, and they have a very strong pull towards you, very strong, but they keep it distant. Three of Wands for the Three of Wands is distant. They keep it distant. Don't get me wrong, they pack a lot of heat for you, honey. And it's natural to them. They don't question it. The Knights of Wands and the High Priestess, those two talk to each other, and they're very much on board. They're very, I can promise you, those two talk to each other. So this is someone who is very familiar with their sexual energy as it relates to you. I don't know how they are about other people. I just know that when it comes to you, they don't question it. They know this. They are familiar with it. They are very familiar with the fact that they are Team Virgo. They're familiar with it. Yeah. They don't question it. They don't. But they're also quiet about it. So that's the drawback of the High Priestess. As intuitive as she is, she's also silent. She knows when to be quiet. And she says, on this subject, I must be quiet. They have a very strong pull towards you, but they keep it this way. Three of Wands twice, honey. You can't really fuck that up. Now, it could literally be this person is at a distance from you, for sure. All right? Physical distance. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's choice. It does long for you and it does pull for you, but they say, I do not say these things. Okay? And they don't seem to have a problem navigating the fierceness of their sexual energy at all. It's just when it comes to you, they keep it at a distance. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Show me that Ten of Pentacles, please. See, again, that Ten of Pentacles being there, they have very strong constructs of what the principles of their sexual energy are. And it's pretty inflexible. But in that respect, they're telling me I'm actually deeply sexual. But I have a lot of principles behind it. So in terms of that Ten of Pentacles, it's like that particular sexual meatloaf is cooked. They're like, I have strong principles behind my sexual energy. And it's like, it doesn't matter how hard my energy is pulling towards Virgo. The fact of the matter is, Ten of Pentacles, they say they regulate it. They have very dedicated principles to their sexual energy. They have very loyal concepts attached to their sexual energy. They're like, it's founded, it's grounded. Okay. So Ten of Pentacles. And that's really not much up for debate. So Ten of Pentacles, please. And that's another reason why I'm not leaning towards distance, because Ten of Pentacles also denotes common community between you two. But again, let me know. Let me know. And Ten of Wands, it's a strain. Ten of Cups, burden, the Emperor. They say that they have inflexible sexual energy. As intuitive as it is, they have very intuitive sexual energy towards you. I told you, they know this. They don't deny it. They also purposely keep it at a distance from you, and they're saying, I have reason for that. They're saying they have reason for that. Their Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands. They said it's very hard, but they don't know how to be flexible with their energy. Not like that. Because they need, well, they understand their sexual energy is so much bigger than they are. So as intense as they feel about you, and they do, as intuitively inclined as they are towards you, and they are, they're also saying, I have ground rules. A lot of them. I can give you all my sex, but everything else about me comes too. Again, no pun intended. They say, I can't just shake that off. I have a responsibility to myself. I have a loyalty to myself. And I know me, and I have strong principles. I'm the Emperor. I have to abide by my own particular laws. This is how I've built my life up. So they have an emphasis, huge emphasis on the tens. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands. In other words, they're saying it's a hardship. This is very hard for me. They're saying, when it comes to you, this is very hard for me, but I have to do this. I have to be strong, and I'm sorry, there's just no room for flexibility. All of me has to be present, right? So that is, now again, I have to go back to, that's a lot of 10 energy, so this person might be very strong-willed. They might have a very large foundation attached to them where they feel that they have a great deal of responsibilities attached to it. So it's kind of like they're saying, I can't afford to be frivolous. My life is important to me. And as much as I would like to be riding naked on a horse with you, Virgo, and I feel that strongly, the fact remains, I have all these other parts of my life that are just as real and in fact more solid in my eyes. So they're saying that makes me that much more responsible. Okay? I have to be responsible. I have a lot built up for me, something like that. So they have a very strong sense of will. They have a lot of pride built into this. And so yes, that could be potentially, yes, a lot of energy being generated from one person. Yes. It could also be that someone here, again, is in a relationship. Okay? I don't know. And in which case, I don't know who is who. So take what resonates, leave it as not. Reverse energy says it applies. Someone here very well could be. Perhaps they know that about you, and that's why they understand it's a hardship. Perhaps that's true about them. I don't know. I grant you that's a lot of fundamental energy for one person. It is. But it could also be true. The Emperor and the Empress tend to be very independent, self-empowered people. Okay. In words, they can actually achieve a lot for that reason. But, yes, they keep their sexual energy distant from you, despite the fact that it's actually very strong and natural in them, in more than one way. It's natural. And it reflects to you. They would love to show you this. They would love to show you this. They would love to show you this. It feels so natural to them, it's not even funny, honey. This is the most natural energy you could have in the world towards somebody. It's inherent. You don't force it. You don't have to force it to fit. It just naturally exists. It's fluid, it's light, it's fast. They're saying if I could connect with you, honey, I would connect with you like that. Questions. No hesitation. Fucking none. None. The things I would do to you, you don't even fucking know. right? Because I tell you what, when they use their body, when they use that energy, they don't question it. The things I would do to you. But I can't. This is not a casual person. Their energy is intense, it's demanding, and it's hard. They're hard on themselves. They're hard on the energy they create for themselves. They're very meticulous about cultivating a particular environment. They've made that very clear. So while their energy towards you is natural, fluid, fast, light, easy, oh, it would fuck you up. Happily. They're also saying, I can't. It has to be solid. It has to be worth it, and it has to be all, you know. So that person, don't play. They're not a half-assed energy, that's for sure. I am assuming it is this person with whom we have pre-existing tension. Strong boundaries. You reflect upon them a heart space multiple times, King, Queen of Cups. You're saying that's who they are on the emotional level. And how they present in real life is something else altogether. Very strong will, strong face. Okay? You seem to know their heart differently than the real world presentation. Your question is my heart there too? Does my heart burn there too? That's a beautiful thing to ask yourself, and that's something that you must conclude. And I believe it's one of the many decisions that are playing on you. Excuse me. Show me that Two of Swords, please. Show me that Two of Swords. That's what you're telling me, man. That's what you're telling me. I know this person's vulnerability. I know their heart space. I know how they look over here, but I know this is about them. I know it is. You're like, I see that part. I see it. That's fucking strong revelation. Very strong. What am I trying to say? Like, you knew this person had a strong heart. What you didn't know until recently is how you played in it. Because boy, when that tower hit, it hit, didn't it? Show me that Two of Swords, please. Show me that Two of Swords, please. Show me that Two of Swords. Show me that Two of Swords. You're telling yourself you need to make a decision, but you don't know where to begin. There's fear of pain here. Potential consequences of the future in either direction. To either pursue this or to not. Either way, it seems in your mind there's a consequence attached to it. You could lose it and it will hurt. There's another side to this I cannot see yet. Three of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. Your energy needs to increase towards this. I understand it's confusing you. I understand it's putting you into a weird space, but it's one of those things, honey, the more you neglect it, the worse it's going to get. I need you to get more into the active mode here. Show me that Two of Wands, please. Show me that Two of Wands. You're afraid it will leave you in time, but you don't want to think about that. Show me that Two of Wands, please. Show me that Two of Wands. The Hanged Man. You're not ready to make that decision, but you want to. The Fool, the Five of Swords. You say you're not ready to take off. There's some deceptive energy here. You're saying you're not ready to make that decision, that you don't know what to do, you need more time to think, you are playing down the clock. Okay. And I'm saying that as nicely as possible, that Five of Swords attached to the Fool and the Hanged Man. You're using time as a delay factor to make any sort of decision in either direction. You seem to understand and fear potentially loss of this in time if you don't make a decision, but there's also a consequence attached to that. I have yet to see it. You seem to know that you could potentially fear loss. You don't want to think about it. So what are you doing to keep this energy to stay? You don't know, you're not prepared to make a decision. And here's the thing, this is a form of self-sabotage. You actually know, or what you're more inclined to do than not, but you, for some reason, you don't want to look at it. You don't want to look at it. Now, I'm not saying or encouraging you, because I'm so sick of the freaking comments about narcissism. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a Virgo who wants to understand if their heart's in something. Because what was revealed to them, they react strongly to. And it calls to them in a different way. But they seem to know that this person is the full thing. They're not casual. They're not. Their energy towards you, I insist and maintain, is natural. They don't question it. But they're also saying they're not at liberty to just show you that. They work with very strong principles and tact at all time. You're telling me, I still don't know what to do, I still don't know what to do, I still don't know what to do, I still don't know what to do. This is playing down the clock. You actually are inclined to open up towards this, not close off towards it. The world. Show me the world, please. Show me the world, please. Show me the world, show me the world, show me the world. You're still telling me you don't know what to do. You're telling me repeatedly, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. I can't close this and I can't open it. I can't close this and I can't open it. I need more time. FYI, for some of you, the 27th is important. You're still telling, that's all this is. I don't know what to do. You told me your heart's in the challenge. You don't know if it's in there too with this person. That's what you're tasked with figuring out. Thing is, honey, you already know the answer. That's why you don't want to look at it. You already know the answer. It's not all this wiffle waffle back and forth. Do I or do I not? Do it? You already know. I know that. The fact that you are going so far out of your way to not make a conclusion tells me you already know and you don't like the answer. So that tells me you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Why? I saw one side of the rock. I haven't seen the hard place. One side of that is that you know you will eventually lose this energy and time if you don't make a decision towards it, specifically if your heart's in it. I'm going to argue with you. You already know. You already know. You can cover it up with a bunch of what ifs, and I'm not sure, and I don't know, and da-da-da-da-da-da. The fact of the matter is that you keep telling me that you don't know tells me you know. You cannot insist upon a negative that hard without already understanding the positive. You just can't. You don't want to see it. You know. You know. You either love this person or you don't. It is that simple. The thing is, you're going to tell me this is how I know you're wrong. You're going to put in the comments, actually, it's not that simple, Christina. Yes, it is. Love either is or it isn't. It is an absolute. Just like life and death, those are absolutes. Love either exists or it does not exist. Everything else is subject to a bunch of layers and bullshit and filters we put in place so we don't have to deal with it. So if you're trying to sit here and tell me, I don't know what my feelings are, I don't know what my feelings are, I don't know what my feelings are, I'm going to call you a liar. They either do or you don't. The consequences of don't means you understand on one side of this that you will lose it in time. But what are the consequences of yes, and why won't you look at that? You're telling me the strengths are that you can emotionally detach from this as well as sexually detach from this. As far as I can tell, the sexual energy is not play between you two. It has the massive potential to be, but that's kind of like an aside fact at this point. We know that there are real feelings here at play, and you are discovering it, and it puts you into a vulnerable state. You want to know more, but at the same time, you are struggling to come forth with what you feel. You are receiving what they feel, or you have, or you will soon. You, though, is your heart in this too? That's what I want to know. Some of the Eight of Cups, please. Some of the Eight of Cups, please. You can say this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. It's Five of Swords. It's just one more reason that we're not looking at it. When we tell ourselves all that crap, we kind of excuse ourselves. We bow out. I don't need to look at this right now. I don't need to look at this now, and that's the very thing we need to be looking at the most. Show me the Eight of Cups, please. Show me the Eight of Cups, please. What does your Six of Swords mean? Show me what that Six of Swords means. I could work on this just to lose it. Yeah, I know, and you will, by default. You could lose it if you work on it. That's absolutely true. You already know that. You seem to know if you don't choose it, you'll lose it eventually. Okay. It's kind of like you're giving yourself a back door or a safety outlet that if I can't work on this, I'm out. Okay? I can leave it at any time. Thing is that you don't want to. It's kind of like I'm going to work on this. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Cups, it's a soul bond. It means something to me. I'm going to put work into it. However, safety catch, I can walk away from this at any time. So again, you're not really committing yourself to it. You're not. You're putting in constructive efforts. You have chosen to do so. And I believe you. What I don't believe is that you've given yourself this out if you need it. I can bail on this anytime. I can bail on this anytime. I'm going to put work into it, but you're afraid of losing it. You're going to lose it if you don't believe in it. That's true. You will lose it if you don't believe in it. Thing is that, here's what's killing me, man. You want to believe in it. You want to believe in it. I got a King of Swords and a King of Pentacles looking at this situation. Between the knowledge, the stability, sense of self, direction, Knight of Pentacles, you're saying I can put work into this. I can. Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. I can, and I want to. It's a strong emotional bond to me. The sexual energy keeps not showing up. The potential of it does, but the sexual energy in the 3D is not there. The emotional bond very much is. And you're saying I can walk away from it at any time. I can, and it makes me feel good knowing I have that safety outlet. Here's the thing, though. Are you... You seem to know that you could potentially lose it if you don't choose it. That's true. But it's kind of, what are the consequences if I choose it, though? The star and the obstacles, your desires. Show me that, please. Big ones, too. And that's the big one. Show me the star, please. Show me the star, show me the star, show me the star. Show me the star. It's like you're saying, I'm just going to withhold some very key components about myself from this, and I'll work on it. It's a soul bond. But you're still questioning, are your emotions there? Honey, you already know. You already know. You already know. Show me the star, please. Four swords, Jesus. 10 of cups. From pain, we could have full emotional balance and fulfillment. We desire so strongly to have the full spectrum of feeling with this person. And you say it's the hardest thing. It's an obstacle. Why is it an obstacle? That which you desire the most is what you perceive as the biggest obstacle. We talked about the rock. Now we're talking about the hard place. What you desire for the most is your biggest obstacle in your mind. What is the consequence of you choosing happiness, Virgo? What does that mean? Show me this Queen of Cups. Not here twice. Show me this Queen of Cups, please. Come on now. I know. I'm misty. Just all you know is that you don't want to let it go. Do you know why you don't want to let it go? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Oh, you're stubborn. You're not letting it go because they represent love. And you want it. You want it for yourself. So this whole bullshit, and I'm calling bullshit on this, saying I don't know if I feel the same way, it's bullshit. You desire this person's love. Very much so. I know there was a revelation here that rolled up on you hard one day. And you have been kind of questioning, do I feel the same way? Ever since. And it hasn't stopped. You just know that there's a threat, potentially, of losing it if you don't go out of your way to try and keep it. So you don't actively reject it, but you don't actively participate in it, not to the degree for which it's requiring. And I grant you that person's energy might be demanding. It's demanding. It's not that it's demanding, honey. It just has such strong expectations of itself. Very much so. And I know what that energy is like. I know it can seem rigid. I know it can seem demanding and driven. I know. But they're also saying, I'm the real deal, man. I'm here. You can trust me. I have a lot to offer, not just my sexual energy. How I stand up for myself is how I would stand up for you. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're saying. It's like and if you want that with me, you need to choose it. Now, I don't think they're giving you an ultimatum. I don't. I see them deliberately having non-activity with you, which runs contrary to how they actually would like to express themselves to you, but they're saying, I cannot give you that energy unless I know I have this other stuff in place. I just can't do it. It says it goes against my principles. And they're like, I am willing to assume a lot of hardship. That's what they're saying. They're saying, I'm willing to assume hardship in a relationship. I am. But if it's solid, and if it's tight, and if it means something, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll put my whole self into it. And I'd rock your world every fucking night. But I have to know someone's in there with me. for the long haul, for the long term, because man, I'm not fucking around. I'm not fucking around. And I know it kind of comes off as hard ass. I understand that. I see it. They had some sort of moment with you that was powerful and put you into a place of vulnerability where your energy got shocked into alignment real quick. Virgo got on board with Virgo. And one moment that is so specific in your mind, you don't even question it. It was so honest and it was raw and it came in as a surprise. And it was vulnerability that this person, I believe, doesn't otherwise display. You know the strength of their heart, but you didn't know how honest it could be. Not towards you until you did. And then ever since, I have this question of you, is my heart there too? Is my heart there too? It is. But it's kind of like if you accept the consequences of that, you feel for some reason that you're fucked no matter which direction you look in. If I don't accept this, I understand I will lose it. So I'm going to put some work towards it to prevent that. But also, P.S., in case I need an escape hatch, it's there. I can exit this whenever I want. Instead of fully, it's mine. Why? That which you desire the most, you said, is directly oppositional to you. It's what you want. I'm looking at it, and you are too. You are looking at that which you desire the most, and I mean beyond sexual energy. The star is a far-reaching concept. You have to reach for it. You have to say, I want that, and I'm going to aim towards it, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'll be damned if I don't find out. And I see you over here in your strengths. I will put some of myself into this because I am afraid to lose it. But hey, man, just in case, P.S., I'm out. If I need to, I'm out. I can back out of this at any time. And then, moving forward, in case there's any question about who this is to you, all they represent and all they have represented from the very beginning is love. Fullness of heart for you. It was always there. And we fought it. We would not give ourselves permission. I'm going to get back to that. That is strong oppositional energy. When he says no, he says no. And I see the boundaries here. I see the boundaries across your form, your person, your spiritual energy, as well as your sexual energy. It's like I got barricades up outside of a really hot venue. Okay. Okay. It's like you're a high demand venue and you're like guard, 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 guard. Okay. And what you're guarding against is love from this person. So while on one hand, it puts you into a place of vulnerability and discovery, and it almost takes your fucking breath away, I can't move towards it. I'm going to put something of myself into it. I'm going to exclude my sexual energy. That's a very distinct marker for the Virgo I'm looking at. I'm going to remove my sexual energy from this. But I can put work into the bond itself. Okay, fine. But it's almost like you have no intention of keeping it, because you know you can exit, and that's what you keep reassuring yourself. I can leave this at any time. I can leave this at any time. I can leave this at any time. You will indeed lose this if you have that mentality, because we're not fully committing to the cause. We're not fully manifesting. I see you taking steps in order to keep it to some degree, but you're not giving it the conviction of your heart. You keep saying, I don't know, I don't know. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And that's why you're holding on to it stubbornly so. Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, speaking of which, you might have some damn strong Taurus in your chart. That's stubborn. I don't know what to do, but I'm not letting it go. And what is that? Heart. Love. the vulnerable side to this person, I believe. That which they so magnificently revealed to you one day. That is what you're addicted to. That is what you want. That is the truth of your convictions, is right here. I don't know when this came crashing on you. It looks like it's already after the fact to me. But baby, when it hit hard. And you're saying throughout the next several months, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I will give it something. But I can opt out anytime. Okay? That's true. But is that another form of your deception? Because you hanging back, pausing, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say, is a form of deception here. And it's not because I'm giving you a hard time, honey. It's because I want you to think. No, actually, fuck that. You've done enough thinking. Look where that's gotten you. I want you to feel. I want you to feel. When we deny our feelings, we do fucked up things. I promise. I promise. We are at our worst selves when we deny what's there. And that's when you get the fragmentation. Oh, that's where you get the fragmentation. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to do anything. Which makes things worse. We're not being authentic. We're not living our truth. We're not feeling our feelings. This should not be your obstacle. This should not be your obstacle. This is what makes you you. Part of you that speaks to you from the universe. Even now, you would mend things with this person to receive emotional jubilance. And to what cause, honey? To what cause? To what cause would you heal cups with this person if you're not going to claim them? To what cause? To what effect? At what price are you willing to pay or sacrifice for yourself? To heal cups with somebody that are rightfully yours. Just to say, no, they're not. You're holding on. That's all I see you doing over the next several months. You're holding on to what makes this person them. Their softer heart that you see, and for some reason they only show to you. Or they've only shown to you because the magnificence of it is so mind-blowing to you at some point on your timeline. It's like you want to know. You want to know, right? From them. It felt good. It felt very good. So now it's your turn. We're now on your side of the fence. The discovery in you. I think they made themselves very clear to you at some point. So much so that you went, oh. Oh. Fuck, that feels good. Whew. How do I feel? Do I feel like that? You already know. It started back here. I don't know if you've been keeping up with me, but it started back here. Speaking of which, let's check out Mr. Grumpy. My little nickname for him. I love the Hierophant, I do. But in sexual tarot and sexual energy, he's not the easiest guy to work with in the sexual energy. Once I saw him like this in obstacles, and I went, oh, God. It's like, ain't nobody getting laid. Nobody's getting laid. We don't want Hierophant in the obstacles anywhere, anytime in sexual energy. And he was a big old nope. Everybody got C-blocked. Everybody got C-blocked on that reading. So he's right there at the opening. And you know what's interesting to me is not only is he fighting the sexual energy here, and there's a lot of it, tension, boundaries. Virgo's energy is a high functioning avenue. Everybody wants to get in there, and he's like, block, 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 block. So And here's the thing, it wasn't just the sexual energy, you know? It was the fullness of somebody's heart as well. Okay, show me the Hierophant. Why is he here? Let's just get in there. Show me that Hierophant, please. We're just going to shuffle him out. Show me that Hierophant, please. Tower. Yeah, I come to gather that you were on the receiving end of something powerful. I gotcha. What else? About a friend. Truth. Again, I'm sorry. Taurus had a very similar combination, and I shuffle these cards many times. Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles, shocking truth, revelation. So what is he not authorizing? His secrets. The Hierophant is not authorizing his secrets. Moon stuff. The moon energies. Deep emotional feelings that we put way down there. Is he not authorizing, are you not authorizing the discovery of your own feelings? It's just easier to try to cut that out, not think about it. Now's not the time. We got a lover. Strong bond. Strong connection. Some be it Scorpio. Possibly Pisces. Growing feelings. Growing feelings. Growing feelings in the heart. That is indeed there. And it has been for some time. There's that Ace of Cups that was in a dispute with you, like this. Growing feelings that have been with you for some time. That is under the moon. They came forward with their truth. And you're still waiting to discover your own. While you are, I believe, receiving information from the other side with a certain level of pride, strength, you feeling like you as the Queen of Pentacles. It makes you feel good in so many ways, but it has become confrontational. And now it's like, it's my turn. It's my turn. I don't think I'm ready for it to be my turn. Yes, you are. It's there. It's there. But it's under your moon, and the only person who can make you go into your moon is you. No one else can do it for you. You want to know if your heart burns there too? You already know the answer. Actually, the answer's been with you for a long time. A long time. There's a reason you resisted it. And I don't mean you're resisting somebody's advances, like I'm not anti-them. That's not what I'm talking about. There's a reason you resisted powerful energies here. Not because you didn't want it, it's because you did. And it grew, and it grew. And it was a slow thing. Do you have the potential, of course, to claim this energy and make it yours for the long run, for the long term? Yep. Is it going to require you to get confrontational with yourself about what it is that you want? And the things that you need to do to achieve that? It just breaks my heart to see your star as an obstacle. Okay. It's our star for a reason. It calls to us. It's given to us by the universe. Otherwise, we would not be inclined towards it. But it is a choice. We have free will in all things. And that confuses people to no end in tarot and things like that. So are things predestined or do we have choice? Life is both. It is a compromise of both. It must always be. It is a delicate dance of what we choose for ourselves and what is brought upon us, because it's right for us. And it's not till you try navigating this star that you understand if it's right for you. And the thing is, it's like, you know, you could navigate this star for long-term fulfillment. They have that written in spades. They have that written in spade. They're like, I'm solid as fuck. I believe them. Their energy has so many corners on it. It's not even funny. What I have corners is that, and I see people's energy as a square, and sometimes it's very soft and undefined, and I can't always see it. And then sometimes it comes in at hard angles. It's like, this is true, and this is true, and this is true, and this is true. This person's got a lot of truths. So, yeah, but you, well, this is what they might look like to the outside world. You have got insider info, babe. You know they're vulnerable. You know it. You know the size of their heart. You know the shape of their heart. You know they come in swinging fierce. Like, you don't. You fucking know. And that's why your reaction is, oh. That's why it makes you feel strong. That's why it makes you feel prideful, but a healthy pride. Is because it's like, you mean me? Yeah, I mean you. Does that person look like they're confused? No. They're not confused at all. So I'm telling you, they're solid. The only person, honey, with all due respect, who's showing me confusion is you. You're saying you don't know if you want this or if you can keep it. You have some actions that you can put in place to engage with it at the soul bond level and in the 3D. Sexually, no, that's off the table. But you're also saying, I got it out if I need it, because I think that there's a good chance I'm going to need it. I can't commit to this. I can't commit to my feelings for this. And that's because we haven't gone within to dig them out. They've been there this whole time, honey. Slow growing. Slow growing. They're asking me to tell you to think about how many times your energy did a snap to when it came to this person. How it snaps you into focus and action. Think about the times you never hesitated. That you anticipated this person's energy in arrival many, many times and in many different forms and in many different ways. That you always looked forward to it. They're telling you to think about that. That you always looked forward to it. They're telling you to think about that. Where does that come from? Your energy looks out for them when you're out. When you're out, that's what I'm saying. I know you have, some of you have a shared community. Yet when you're out, you're unconsciously looking for this person. What? Some of you are in the car a lot. That's when you think about them. The next full moon might be important. I don't know. The last full moon was your full moon, actually. That was some deep shit. So it should be another couple of weeks from now. Not too much longer. The next full moon might be important, thereabouts. I wish, honey, I wish I could push it further. I can't. I cannot. The Virgo I'm looking at today says I'm thinking about it. I am. I'm going to do something, and then you don't. You know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The only thing you seem to know is that you could lose it in time if you don't choose it. You want this person's heart very much. You want it very much. it seems to represent a lot. Very soon. Clearly decide. Clearly decide what you want, that it comes to you. Very soon. You need to decide what you want. Now, you may not have to decide what you want. Let's just start with just not decide, but accept and embrace what's in your heart and has been there this whole time. And you can at least, if nothing else, get rid of the confusion and the fragmentation. Accept your truth, and with that, I promise, there's a sigh of relief that you can't put a price tag on. You can't put a price on it. You can't put a price on it. When you own your truth, after rejecting it, and the day you do, you go. And then you don't have to do this thing anymore. What do I got to do to keep them around? But I can't fully commit to it. I can't fully give myself to it like they do. You seem to know this about them. Like that's a distinct fucking feature to this person's personality. I promise you, honey, their energy intimately is loose in the bedroom. Okay? I'm talking it gets intimate with this person. They're like all that principle and structure that I have on the outside world. In the bedroom, oh, it's fair game. When it's in the intimate side, it comes out the way it's supposed to. It flows. They have no inhibitions there. When they connect with somebody the way they want to, and they're safe to, okay, and they feel like they have something solid to work with, that energy has no boundaries on it, and you know it. You know it. Love yourself first. Yes. You want to know if you love someone else? Love yourself first. Everything begins with the self. I 100% agree. Thank you, Spirit, for pointing that out. 100% agree. If you want to know so badly, do I love this person? Do I love them? Look at yourself first. Do you love you? Do you love you? Are you respecting your own needs, wants, wishes, and desires, or are you too busy rejecting them? Real talk. But when they're outside, and this is going to finish my thought, it's like in the bedroom. Oh. Rules? What are rules? Let's just see what happens. It's exploratory. Their sexual energy is fierce, it's exploratory, and it's quiet. It doesn't say anything, it just does. That's nice. That's hot. But when they step out the door, okay, we're doing this. I am Emperor. It's great. And here's the thing, honey. You know a side of them that no one else sees. Specifically as it relates to their heart. It's like you've got some insider vulnerable knowledge that no one else but you knows. Huh. Calling in your soulmate. Yes, you are. And then here's the thing. Are they for me? Are they for me? Are they for me? Free yourself. So much shit kicking around in your head, honey. Ay. Okay. Romantic feelings, religious factors, forgiving and learning. Okay. And there are things that we need. There's religious factors, again, more of that Hierophant energy. Spiritual beliefs might be coming into play, and it might be coming into conflict with our romantic feelings for this person that's not allowing you to safely explore your feelings, because there's something in here about the spiritual lesson that says, I can't. I can tell you right now, with that spiritual energy, take it outside of the religious box. Call it spiritual energy. You also need to be asking yourself what you do feel. That is part of your spiritual energy too. Not just the stuff you deny, okay, out of religious reasons. But true spiritual belief says I honor myself first. And this is what's going on for me. This is my truth as I best understand it. And I promise you, if you get into that space, even if you don't know what else the hell's going on with this, even if you don't know what to quote unquote do with it, you can at least give yourself that honor of recognizing your truth within you. Anyway, forgiving and learning. Going through a healing phase with yourself, with this person, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Most of this internal dialogue is happening within you. The only time I see you have functioning energy with this person is when you get over here to your strengths, where you're saying, I'm going to put some of myself into this. I am. I'm leaving sex out of it. Okay, fine. But you're also giving yourself a couple of back doors in case you need it. I can walk away from this at any time. And that might well be true. But is that what you want? Pay attention to the red flags. Again, the delay. I don't want to think about it. I can't think about it. This can't be true. That's a red flag in and of itself. That means the opposite is speaking to you. Okay, that's enough. Oh, goodness, intimate. You know, everybody thinks, ooh, it's fun, sexy time, and the intimate. You see how real it gets. This is why I read sexual energy. It is part, for many of us, our love language. I know it is for this person. You know, when in that respect of my intimate energy is very important to me. It is. And I would give it freely to the right person. But it has to be in alignment with my principles. So that's a form of sexual energy. Your sexual energy is in here too. And you fight it tooth and fucking nail. You link it to your spirituality. I agree. You should. Scorpio knows this very, very well. The sexual and spiritual energy go hand in hand. My sexual energy needs to take me to a higher place. It needs to take me to a healing place. Right? You have a similar concept. And this person whom you associate with sexual energy, you know the love comes with it. You know this. And it's coming into conflict with what you want for yourself. And you're actively denying it too. You got some deep running emotions in you, my love, that have been growing for a long time. Okay. Okay. Why am I getting called to this? Oh my. Why am I getting called to this? Show me. Okay. I feel you even though we are apart. I look for you everywhere, as I said. I left a piece of me in you. I want to be more than friends. Okay. We're running. The next round of Intimate Tarot will be in 3 months. However, standard messages will apply every 2 weeks as normal. I do not know what the next reading type is, but it will be approximately 2 weeks from today for you. Okay? I'm sorry I can't see anything more conclusive, but I can't because you can't. I know where your heart wants to be. And it's the very thing that you say is the hardest to achieve. That's it. I hope you can get into a space where you can see that and recognize it for yourself, yes? And that for some reason, this person's love energy has become so very important to you. It's, you want it for yourself. You want to claim it. Dazed and confused. Why was I supposed to see that? Why was I supposed to see Dazed and Confused? Why? I was told to pick this one up. Dazed and Confused. Messages from Spirit. You seem to be getting conflicting messages and you don't know which way to go. Dazed and confused by everything that you were learning, what you're trying to tune in, what you're trying to manifest. You don't know what to pull in what direction and from who and why. And you need new perspective. Spring. You are gaining new perspective now as we say. I told you you had a revelation moment that's active now. It was the big one. That's what she said. Yeah, we're getting new perspective here in spring. And it's kind of put you into this direction of which way do I manifest, which way do I pull from. I'm confused, I don't know what to do. You got to listen to your messages, honey, from yourself, from your spirit guides. Don't just lean on religion, lean on your spirituality. Okay, you have a truth that is deep within you, and I want you to pull it from you first. Okay, but yes, you are manifesting. You may not know that you are, but you are manifesting. And it's gaining from this new perspective that seems to be happening now in spring. Something critical. The revelation, it's not so secret. Nope. Nope. Not so secret. Mirroring. I'm fucking telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Quote me. You can quote me. I'm telling you. Okay. Whatever it is they revealed to you, it is now your turn to undergo a similar process. Don't ask me how I know that, I just do. And that's it's been growing in you. And whatever they revealed to you is what's revealing and mirroring within you. Shit, here we are, an hour 20 minutes. Jesus, trying to get to the point. Inner child healing. Yes, inner child wounds, things that were inflicted upon you in childhood that are coming up to play for you today. What it is you allow yourself to gravitate towards, what you think it is that you're supposed to gravitate towards. Two different things. Yes, okay, that's enough. Okay, I don't know, I had that last minute pitch. They told me to get that one. You were supposed to see Dazed and Confused. I don't know why. And then the rest of it. You have a beauty within you, a natural you, a natural Virgo, that very much speaks with this person. And honey, you might fight that sexual energy. Okay, fine. I respect that. I understand. I get it. But the one thing I don't want you fighting is your own damn heart. Okay? I just don't want that for you. It's time to get into the discovery. Somebody revealed one side of themselves. It's now the other person's turn. Guess who I think it is? Okay. Put in the comments as you see fit. That shit you're trying to reject the most? I can't say that. I can't think that. That's... Imagine if you just allowed yourself to have a moment and be like, okay. Do I have love for this? Virgo, let's have a talk with Virgo. Do I have love with this? And no matter how small that voice is, even if it's a small yes, that's a start. Okay, put in the comments as you see fit. Earth signs, you're putting me through it, babe. You're putting me through it. You're putting me fucking through it today. That's okay. I'd rather look at this for you than not. I'd rather dig into this for you than not. I'd rather you know than not know. You've got work to do. I think that's clear. I see them, if this helps you, I do see them delivering unto you equal efforts to maintain the soul bond. I don't know if I mentioned that. I apologize. I do repeat myself, but I don't know that I did. But just to let you know, under your strengths, I see this person contributing in equal measure to the soul bond. Not sexually, but to the soul bond. That very same soul bond that you say you can exit if you need to. Okay? Okay, you put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.